Good afternoon, guys. So, a lot of people have been asking me about my experience with an exam that I took recently, so I just thought I'd make a video to share my thoughts. Right, so some of you have probably already heard of the eJPT. For those of you who haven't, the Junior Penetration Tester exam by eLearn Security is an entry level, hands on practical introduction to penetration testing. It focuses primarily on methodologies and fundamentals. So, eLearn Security is, in my opinion, the best training platform out there so far. There are courses in a bunch of security domains ranging from pen testing to web app testing, malware analysis, threat hunting, and a whole bunch more. The Penetration Testing Student, or PTS, is the training course that prepares you to take the eJPT exam and get the certification. So let's pull up that website and see if we can get some more information about the PTS. So here we have the course homepage. If we scroll down a little bit, we get a brief overview of the course. As you see, eLearn themselves say this course is for absolute beginners. There are some prerequisites for the course, which are a basic understanding of networking concepts, TCP/IP, the three-way handshake. They also require the basics of coding and command line and a minimal understanding of how web apps work. But eLearn themselves cover this topic, so as long as you know what a web app is, you will probably be fine. So if we scroll down a bit more, we get to my favorite portion of the entire course, which is the labs. These are hands-on practice that are absolutely essential. There is no try harder mentality like some other unnamed courses out there. Their labs offer full walkthroughs of each course if you happen to get stuck. The actual certification was probably the most fun I ever had. It's a 3-day hands-on penetration test that requires students to break into a network, enumerate machines, find specific data, and then answer questions about information that can only be found inside of the machines. There is no memorizing or regurgitating terms. It is a multiple choice style of exam, but the questions are based on the actual hacking of certain areas of a network. So, for example, you might need to find the IP of a certain machine or the password hash of a user. If you aren't able to exploit the system and gain access, there is no way to pass this exam. So let's take a look at how much it costs. Now, the bare bones version of this course is available for free. It only offers PDF online, so if you just want to read an ebook and go take the test, it is possible. Now, I'm not going to share how to do it. One of the most important skills of penetration testing is having some OSINT. So, Google, you'll figure it out. It's pretty easy to find. Now, I personally got the elite version of this. As you see here, what it includes downloadable PDFs, 60 hours of lab time, and a non-expiring voucher with 3 free retakes for only $500. Now, I personally think 60 hours is more than enough time. I probably used only about 20 hours of lab time in total. So here is the actual course page. If you scroll down, we can see the modules, the PDFs, the videos, the labs. They also provide students with a student-only forum that helps with troubleshooting and any questions you might have about specific areas of the course. So, do I feel like the PTS will make you some sort of elite hacker? No, of course not. This is an entry-level course. It doesn't do a deep dive into any tools. Rather, it serves as a broad overview for a massive amount of information. eLearn does provide secondary and tertiary level courses that dive deeper into the weeds with the PTP and PTX. I feel like eLearn deserves a ton of praise for the quality and quantity of the work they've put out. Unfortunately, eLearn Security is a relatively unknown entity at the moment. They're gaining ground quickly, but at the moment it's just highly unlikely that Karen in HR is going to recognize the acronym when you put it on your resume. That's changing pretty quickly as more and more people pass the exam. In all, the course didn't seem too difficult in my opinion. It did require a significant amount of study, but I believe it took me just shy of a month to complete the course and take the exam. So overall, what would I rate the PTS as an exam and eLearn as a provider? Well, it's kind of difficult. If you're expecting a one and done way of learning how to hack, PTS is not it. If you're looking to dip your toes into the offensive world, PTS is a great investment. I would give the PTS a solid 8 out of 10. It could be a bit more in depth on some of the more advanced topics it does cover, but for what it's designed to teach, I think it's ideal. Now, as far as eLearn goes, the only thing that weighs against them, in my opinion, is being the new kid on the block. I believe they'll soon be able to hold their own against similarly based bodies such as OffSec or SANS, but at the moment they're just too small. Other than that, I can't think of anything they're doing wrong or anything that I would recommend they change about the way they do business. If you're looking to get into pen testing or you just want to expand your knowledge, I highly recommend eLearn Security. I can't wait to see them grow past some of the more established groups. So that's my thoughts on the eJPT. It was definitely a great experience, and I can't wait to see what the PTP has in store. So for my next video, I will be covering the Security Plus exam, so stay tuned for that. Until then, stay learning, stay growing, and stay overcoming. Peace.